NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
16. Here we go. Nicholas, 66. Hey, Foxtrot. He's crashing. You good? He's checking crash.
From the 36, Roethlisberger. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. They find some open field here. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike's 50. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey, check Mike's 50.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton looking deep for Julio. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Whip. Watch the whip. 22 and 44. 52, right 52. Alert. Solid, far down. Smooth. Bang.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Set. Like 20. I got one. Easy. 1-3. Switch. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here we go. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards that time for number 19. Well, he had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Joe Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Jack 15. 50.
From the gun to give to Mixon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Titans Ringo. Titans on Ringo. Titans on Ringo. Take 2 of them.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
77. Take both of them. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 7. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
44. 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, dude. Take both of them. Shit.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Shit. General West. Hey, alert. Double bump.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 3. Focus, focus.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D.
On second down now, it's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Short kick, it's taken at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Regular.
So Dalton now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. On that, hey. SOS.
Nice.
SOS. 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 55 is mine, guys. 55.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Watch the twins.
Hey, Zoo. Ice. Hey, help.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
All day, baby, all day.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Come on, D.
What is that? What is that?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on 3rd down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. 2nd and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should have listened to you, partner.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Check out.
Heat these 2. Double bump. You good?
Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Mixon, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The toss play to Mixon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Unable to, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
230. Mike 50. Mike 50. Alpha. 2. Shit. 10. Easy. Mike
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because
it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You must be go. 50, mark 50. And let's get in that hole. Here you go, can.
Dalton here from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Throw left side, complete to Cup. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton.
A little football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Andy Dalton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Easy.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. Nice. Bravo. Get that ball.
To throw here, Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 17, Roethlisberger. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Mike's 50, Mike's.
Hey, exit. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a flag.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's around 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 59 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They run again with Breida. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a first down pickup of 8. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Night, sweetheart.
Passing, it's Dalton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Dalton now to pass. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch the pass. Take 2 of them. Shit.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. A big connection on that one. 51 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, echo. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Get down.
Operating from the gun. Dalton. And now here is another interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, a run with Connor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just about on his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Peterson. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
55, 55.
Dalton throwing on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Well, Charles,